It's the city's most iconic roof, and after months of anticipation, the wait was finally over. The crown jewel of the NHL was introduced to Kraken Nation, and they welcomed it with wide open arms. The team repaid the fans with a pair of wins on their brand new home ice. Now the calendar's turned, and the Kraken ring in November with a quick trip across the border to take on the Oilers and the game's biggest star. Connor McDavid's picked up this season where he left off last, a complete point machine, and he has the blue and orange flying high. Tonight, the Kraken look to strike oil against the Oilers from Rogers Place in beautiful downtown Edmonton. It's a Pacific Division battle next on Root Sports. Out in front, they score! It's hockey, baby!
And just one loss, hoping to cool them off. In net tonight for Seattle, Nick, Joey Decord getting his second game action this season.
Yeah, back-to-backs, not surprised to see him. Grubauer played a lot during that homestand, so Joey Decord comes in for the second time this year, 11th time in his career. The thing I like about him is what Coach Hackstall said. They love his presence on the ice and his confidence, which is the first thing that Coach Hackstall looks for. So he played good minutes in limited time in the preseason. I thought he was very good against that first game against New Jersey, even though he lost that game, but he faced 32 shots on net, so came away with a good one there. That's a lot of good experience. Excited to see what he does tonight against a very offensively potent Edmonton team.
All right, let's talk about Edmonton's goalie, Mikko Koskinen. Break him down.
Yeah, you know, he suffered last season. He's an overseas guy, doesn't speak the language, so had that isolation thing going on. Not an everyday guy for this team, and had a couple bad starts last year. 4 goals and 4 shots and got pulled. But the main guy, Smith, almost ready to go, and the luxury is a leisurely schedule right now. Only really the Oilers have played twice in 9 days. So this guy's a classic backup goalie. He finished about maybe 14-9 this year, but Edmonton's on a roll, so they're safe with going with him tonight.
All right, I wanted to ask you a little bit more about the Oilers real quick. Here is a team that I think a lot of people felt slot maybe second place in the Pacific Division behind Vegas. We're fairly early on, but some very promising signs for the Oilers. Are they a legit Stanley Cup contender?
Absolutely, especially they are. And with the addition of Duncan Keith, this definitely changes their situation. With the injuries to Vegas, Edmonton's now my #1, Vegas is #2, and I still got Seattle high.
All right, very good. All right, let's get it back to Edmonton. Let's watch some hockey tonight on this Monday night. We connect with John Forsland and JT Brown. Guys, it's all yours.
The best.
Okay, boys, thanks very much, and welcome inside the walls of Rogers Place here in Edmonton, Alberta. Dave Hextall has one lineup adjustment here tonight. Hayden Fleury is out on the back end, replaced by Carson Soucy. He is still without Jared McCann, who's on the NHL's COVID list, and Dave Tippett, who was on the ground floor of the Seattle franchise as an advisor before taking over here as the head man. He's done an excellent job. His team is 6 up and 1 down, and second appearance this season for young Joey Decord against the high-octane Edmonton Oilers. The Snoqualmie Casino Sportsbook opening face-off between Derek Ryan of Edmonton and Kelly Garncroak of Seattle. Sit back and enjoy the first ever meeting between the Kraken and the Oilers out of the corner. Seattle gets to it in the person of Brandon Tanev. He'll clear it all the way back in the Edmonton zone. It'll make it icing just a few seconds in. Yanni Gourde will stay together tonight as he was last night with Kelly Garncroak and Brandon Tanev. Max McCormick was a bit of a question mark this morning, but he's good to go. So the same complement of forwards for the Kraken, coming off their 3-1 loss last night against Igor Shesterkin and the New York Rangers, where the Kraken did a lot to the good. It goes by Zach Kassian, who complains to the referee. Jeremy Lauzon tries to get it out. Warren Foegele, who scored in Edmonton's 2-1 win Saturday night in Vancouver, Trying to keep it right there in the Kraken zone. Edmonton rolls a change, and so do the Kraken. Just about a minute gone here in Alberta. Now, Jaden Schwartz lays it deep in the Oilers zone. Cody Ceci hard pressed. Jonas Donskoy for Schwartz out in front. A shot goes wide. Alex Wenberg and maybe Koskinen got a piece of it now. In back of the goal, dancing with it, Jaden Schwartz. He'll cycle out. He's still looking for his first goal of the season. Wenberg. Donskoy in back of the goal, overskates a bit. Rewrites the ship and then clears it all the way back down, but it reaches Joey Decord, and a restart here for Seattle. Jamie Oleksiak lays it along the boards. A pinch by the Oilers' Evan Bouchard. The Kraken clear it all the way back down for their second icing.
A couple early icings for Seattle, but they did have a very good chance on that last shift. You have a good forecheck in by Donskoy, separates the man from the puck. Schwartz with the behind-the-back pass to Wenberg out in front. A really good look. That's a good sign early on, getting a chance that good this early in the first period.
Faceoff reverts all the way back here because of the icing. Wenberg, his line mates stay out. The team guilty of icing cannot change. Now it's forked out to center by Nathan Bastian. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins takes it back in his own zone. Here's second-year man Evan Bouchard on the top tandem with Darnell Nurse, who's off to a great start. Nurse plays in all capacities. His ice time exceeded 25 minutes in Vancouver on Saturday. It's pawed down by Seattle's Max McCormick. It'll be a hand pass if the Kraken touch up, but they play on. Now McCormick, a short side bid a couple of times, shut down by Mikko Koskinen. And the Oilers survive all of that. Leon Draisaitl gets it deep. 2 seasons ago, he was the MVP in the NHL. Tyson Barrie. It goes in off Draisaitl. Little pinball action. A weak shot and a redirect. And the Oilers strike first.
It's not always how hard the shot is. Edmonton right here is the beneficiary of a good bounce. The puck is just shot onto the net. It looks like it may have gone off a Draisaitl in front. A tough one for Decord to handle on the first. Yeah, right there off that left skate is where it goes in. That puck's going well wide.
It'll be the 6th goal already for Leon Draisaitl, German-born elite player. And the Oilers get a fortuitous bounce here early at home, out of the corner. Edmonton is 6-1 on their season, 3-1 here. Seattle plays game number 10 at 3-5-1, 1-3-1 on the road. First game away from home since the opening 5-game road trip. Out of the corner, Zach Hyman was signed as a free agent. Back to the point, Slater Cuckoo will rim it all the way around. A foot race. Ryan Donato goes shoulder on shoulder with Tyson Barrie. The Oilers reestablish Connor McDavid, wrapped up a bit by Jeremy Lauzon. McDavid now will go high with it, drop it off for Jesse Puljujärvi. He'll sing it all the way across, and McDavid will let it go out to dead center. 3 minutes gone in the opening period. John Forsland, JT Brown, Rogers Place, Edmonton. Puljujärvi now clears it. All the way back in, McDavid intentionally off the end boards for Cody Ceci at the point. Adam Larson spent the last 5 seasons here as an Oiler, gets it out to center. Very emotional night for him. Cody Ceci now clears it all the way around. A pinch by Seattle's Mark Giordano. Yanni Gourde will clear it to the top of your screen. Duncan Keith. And this is game number 1200 in his NHL career tonight as the Oilers get it deep. Giordano looks over both shoulders, forechecked a bit as Tyler Benson was all over him. Ceci awaiting at the point. He'll play it along to the flank. Benson now takes it to the wall. A winder blocked in front by Oleksiak. Yarncroke got a stick to it. So did Oleksiak, but the Oilers trapped the zone. Devin Shore supported by Kyle Turris. And now Seattle will take it back and start a breakout. Yanni Gourde deep in his own territory. Plays it out to the center zone for Jaden Schwartz. He turns on the Jets, walks through the D, and scores! So many chances last night. Finally, a cash-in for Seattle's 17. Schwartz is on the score sheet. The game is tied at 1.
And that's a long time coming for Schwartz. He gets the puck in his own zone, He uses his speed. He splits the defenseman right there. He stays strong on the puck and is able to throw a backhand right through the legs of the goalie. It's a good individual effort there by Schwartz, but it's one that's been coming. It's on the way. He's been on the doorstep. Good for him to get that first one of the season.
3 or 4 golden opportunities, JT, last night. Shesterkin came up big time and time again. And as you pointed out at the top of the pregame show, you just got to hang in there as a player, right? The side of the goal goes off the stick of Edmonton, Zach Cassian. The Kraken get it back out to center ice. Carson Soucy back in the lineup tonight. He'll go deep. He's shadowed by Evan Bouchard. Jaden Schwartz with his first goal of the season after Leon Draisaitl gave Edmonton a 1-0 lead at 2:12, icing here against the Oilers.
That's a really good response there from Seattle. Obviously, you love getting a goal that quickly after you're scored on, but it's that mentality to keep things going. You see Schwartz again. He gets his head up. He's using his speed through the neutral zone, is able to make an individual play to get that goal.
You saw the EQC scoring summary. Schwartz is first from Gord and Giordano at 4:09. Late offside here as Seattle tags up. The Oilers start a breakout. Darnell Nurse swings it across for Evan Bouchard and gets it back. Nurse now through center. We'll look over that Seattle defensive posture. It's cleared all the way across. Kyler Yamamoto out of Spokane clears it along the far side and back out to center ice. 14:50 left in the opening period here in Edmonton. Yamamoto throws on the brakes. He'll play it deep in the zone. Yamamoto has been pointless in his first 7 games. It comes all the way down to Koskinen. 6'7" goaltender. Played very well Saturday night in Vancouver in that 2-1 win. Draisaitl tied up, gapping up. Giordano on him, and a penalty is called. So Mark Giordano, JT, steps up on Draisaitl and gets the gate here for holding.
Seattle, number 5, minor penalty, holding.
Tough to see from our angle up top whether or not it was a hold. It's probably going to be a situation where he uses the open hand, and that's what the ref can see. We get to see Giordano's back from this situation, but that camera shows he takes his hand off and he's using the open hand to try to slow down Draisaitl there.
So the number 1 power play goes to work at 47.8% efficiency. 11 power play goals and 23 chances. In the last 5, they're only 8 out of 17. Tyson Barrie. Seattle's kill tied for 3rd with Edmonton. McDavid and Decord ready as he came across.
It's a really good save from Decord early. Edmonton's power play has so many options that you can use. You just stretch them out, stretch them out. You have Draisaitl right in the middle. You have McDavid on the far side, the cross-seam pass, which is what they use there. But there's so many options for them to use.
Seattle has killed off 12 of 13 in the last 5. And Koskinen now will put it on a tee for Tyson Barrie. Tyson Barrie had 48 points last year, 40 assists, anchoring this power play. Here's a chance. Hyman in front. They score! It's Leon Draisaitl just like that. Power play goal, and the Oilers have a 2-1 lead.
Edmonton right off the set breakout sends 3 forwards up high. Now they have Seattle's 2 forwards trapped, and it's a 3-on-2 coming in. They waste no time. They don't set up. They take the advantage of a 3-on-2 with great passing all the way across, right back with the drive through the middle. Draisaitl has an empty net on the power play.
Frustrating moment for the Kraken captain who took the penalty. Draisaitl, his 2nd of the game. His 7th of the season from Zach Hyman and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Power play strike. And a wild start here in northern Alberta. Jordan Eberle, who was drafted in the 1st round by the Oilers in 2008. He'll get it deep out of the corner. It's knocked down by Morgan Geekie. He'll play it to open space. Soucy to the corner. The Oilers jump on it. At the point, Eberle for the Kraken, knocked down by Evan Bouchard. He'll fling it out to center ice. Oilers go to work again. Nurse looking for McDavid. Nice defensive read by Eberle. It's held in by Darnell Nurse. Nurse goes to work. Shadowed by Eberle. He'll take it back to the point. Nice cycle high in the person of Puljujärvi. Now Connor McDavid. Little handoff for Nurse. Puljujärvi losing the handle. McDavid goes to work one more time. He'll take it to the outside for Zach Hyman. Crunched a bit by Morgan Geekie. Now McDavid. He'll cycle out with it off the stick of Geekie. Yes, Puljujärvi stood up. Defended by Seattle's Vince Dunn. They jam along the boards. Dunn pries it out. He's wrapped up by McDavid, who wins the battle. He's got it. He'll walk it. He'll walk it this way. Try to assert in the slot. Broken up nicely by Ryan Donato. And Seattle will sort it out. It's lifted all the way down by Vince Dunn. Icing here against the Kraken. 12:50 left in period one.
That's a hard play by Donato, though, with McDavid trying to put it through your legs. You see another look at the power play. Seattle a little bit too aggressive with the forwards up top. And Edmonton decided to go three right across the far blue line, creating that 2-on-1, or 3-on-1, sorry, right off the bat of the power play.
To give yourself any chance at all, you have to win the special teams battle against this team. Nugent Hopkins' shot is blocked in front by Carson Soucy. Duncan Keith now will snap it deep. Yamamoto in back of the goal, defensively marked by Soucy. The Oilers get it again. Cody Ceci point to point. Duncan Keith, his shot rubbed out by Eberle. Keith gets it back, and now Ceci again. Play to the wall for Leon Draisaitl as both goals so far for Edmonton. It goes off the skate of Donato. Draisaitl from the half boards. He'll dance a bit. Stick handle in. All the way across. Right off a stick off Yamamoto. Decord. It's back to his position now. Yamamoto right out in front. Blocked again. That time off Vince Dunn. And it's finally cleared out of play. 12:10 left to go in the opening period. Rogers Place here in Edmonton. And a wild start to this one so far. The Oilers with an early one-goal lead. Yari Curry, Glenn Anderson, then Mr. McDavid and Draisaitl. Sandwiched between them, Mark Messier. What a list. And what a moment here, JT, you don't see too often.
Yeah, this is one that I've never seen. I've seen someone's stick get caught in the toques, but you look at it here in front of the net, you have Nugent Hopkins and Dunn tangled up. It's the skate laces connected to the back of the skate. I've never seen that one before.
That could be really dangerous now. Schwartz off the boards and out. Nice appreciation moment here for Adam Larsson during the commercial timeout as he comes back to Edmonton. Played a lot of great minutes here, anchoring their defense. Now it's drawn back. Slater Cuckoo, Warren Fogle, former Carolina Hurricane out to center ice, a player drafted by Kraken general manager Ron Francis. Now Joey Decord. Played along the wall. Giordano had it. He lost it. The Oilers get to it. Tyson Barrie off a stick wide. Cassian. He'll stop and start a couple of times. Zach Cassian holding onto it. He's supported on the play as they jam here with Warren Fogle. Just out of the reach of Derek Ryan. He too is from Spokane. Puck is cleared out of play and we get a stoppage.
Puck's going to go off the glass on this one, so there's no penalty for delay of game. Of course, Edmonton's going to say it did not hit the glass, but the refs were all over it this time.
Adam Larsson was asked this morning about his return. He said, yeah, I'm going to be a little nervous. I'm going to be emotional. A lot of friends here and his teammates, they asked him, you know, do you keep in contact? He said, well, if you count 2 or 3 texts a day, yeah, I guess so. So they still do. Keith with a shot blocked on the way through. Another chance for Turris, hurried up and defended well by Max McCormick. Nathan Bastian takes it back. The Kraken start again. Adam Larsson will chip in charge off the stick of Riley Sheahan. Now Cody Ceci. An excellent season with Pittsburgh a year ago. We'll scrum along the boards. 10:55 left in the opening period. John and JT with you as always. It goes across for Duncan Keith. 3-time Stanley Cup winner in Chicago. 2 Norris trophies. Now Kyle Turris drops it off. Benson goes deep. Moved along by Seattle's Carson Soucy. Big collision in back of the goal with Devin Shore going down. He'll complain to the referee to no avail. Kyle Turris onside, brings it in off a stick wide of Decord. It went off Jeremy Lauzon. Yanni Gourde is hard pressed for Seattle. Turris comes across. Darnell Nurse thinking about a shot off the end boards of Hyman. He tried to center one out in front. It's cleaned up by Susie, and it's been broken up by Connor McDavid. Now taken back by Kelly Yarncroke. All the way around. McDavid to the corner. Puljujarvi drops it off for 97 McDavid. He's crunched there by Tanev. Gord spots a wide open mate. It's Kelly Yarncroke. Seattle gets a change in, and they dump it in. 5 shots in the game, 3 taken by Edmonton, 2 goals by Leon Draisaitl. Jaden Schwartz has the goal for Seattle as the Kraken take it back. We'll start over again. The Kraken will come home and take on the Buffalo Sabres on Thursday night. Schwartz in the zone, off a body, kicked along with a purpose by Mikko Koskinen. Edmonton back defensively. Giordano keeps the zone. He goes cross corner. Nurse will get to it. He's forechecked by Schwartz, and then Donskoy. Schwartz, Wenberg back at the goal. He'll cycle out this way with it to the slot intended for Donskoy, broken up, and Yamamoto has control. Here come the Oilers. It's retrieved slightly by McDavid. He'll go off on a line change now, and Giordano resets the table for Seattle. Alexiak with back checking by Nugent Hopkins. Alexiak sends it in on Koskinen. 11 minutes gone in the opening period. Tyson Barrie looks up ice. Kyler Yamamoto clears it in. Adam Larson is back first for the Kraken. The Oilers get on their forecheck again. Larson flushed out by Draisaitl to the point. It's held in by Slater Cuckoo. Yamamoto. He'll cycle out again. He'll drop it in back of the goal. Read by Seattle's Adam Larson. He'll pin it there. Now he moves it. Slater Cuckoo takes over for Edmonton. Covering is Yamamoto. This way for Barrie. Moved along with 2 goals tonight. Draisaitl all the way across for Cuckoo. His shot goes wide on the stick side of Joey Decord. And the Kraken start anew.
It's good on Seattle. Edmonton had a lot of motion going on that shift, and the shot they end up giving up is from the outside. They didn't allow anything to the inside. So if Edmonton's going to continue to keep using their speed and motion, that's where you want to keep them.
Lucky bounce on the first goal by Draisaitl. Beautiful power play goal for the second goal by Draisaitl. Jaden Schwartz finding a way to get in the scoring column for the first time this season. That play is offside. 7:55 left in period number 1 here in Edmonton, Alberta, where the home team has a 2-1 lead. Great to see the fans back here in Edmonton. Stick around.
Just a skilled play by Eberle. You've seen that time and time again with him going to the net. Great shot, great vision. And even you look at Larson, it's got to be weird playing, a team that you've played so often or played for. I've done it in my past. It is a little weird at first, to play a team that you've played for.
But it doesn't take long, right, to get those competitive juices going, I would imagine. Once you get, jitters out of the way.
It's weird you say hi at the morning skate, but then, like you said, as soon as that puck drops, you got a different jersey on.
The game has been physical for Seattle. 15 hits in the game, 12 by the Kraken. Seattle is 4th best in that category in the early going. Now a chance. Decord says no on Darnell Nurse.
Well, that is one player you don't want to have coming in all alone with the puck with no one around him. Decord makes a fantastic save. The puck doesn't get out of the blue line. They're able to keep it in, and it's McDavid all alone inside. Tries to do it. Oh, there's Nurse. Sorry, excuse me, Nurse with the backhand 5-hole shot. I guess it doesn't really matter who it is. You don't want anybody
Not like
going
that.
in all alone on the goaltender.
That would be grade A, no doubt about it. Decord, this is his 2nd start of the season. October 19th, the final game of that 5-game road trip. It was a 4-2 loss in New Jersey, but he played well. And an outstanding training camp. It's knocked down by Cody Ceci. Brandon Tanev with 6 goals, pulls up, plays it along the boards. He's peppered there by Ceci. It's rolled all the way back in. Duncan Keith is on his horse. Racing in for the Kraken is Mark Giordano. Now Yanni Gord goes to work. Played along the boards and deep for Kelly Yarncroke. Nice read by Ceci. Warren Foegele is there. And now Yarncroke for Seattle off a couple of bodies. Tanev resets it. Gord at the point. Moves it across for Alexiak. He'll get it deep to the corner one more time for Tanev, and it's broken up here by Cody Ceci. He'll skate it out to center ice. Played across, intercepted by Oleksiak, and now stepping in, Gord. Yarncroke for the front, there's the pass, just by him. Now on a change, Jaden Schwartz moves it back. Warren Fogle back out to center, and the Kraken reorganize. Here's Jamie Oleksiak, supported by Schwartz. Jaden Schwartz will turn away from pressure. He's wrapped up, checked on the play by Yamamoto. Leon Draisaitl taking it back in his own zone, plays it off the boards and back out. Oleksiak in front of his own bench. 6:20 left in period one. He tries to power by, and he does. Now a chance in tight, just wide. Jonas Donskoy. Laid along the boards by Seattle's Wenberg, broken up. The Oilers are back out. You're looking at Leon Draisaitl, stood up by Vince Dunn. Schwartz takes it back. He has the Kraken goal. Just about 14 minutes gone in the opening period. Awaiting the puck is Alex Wenberg with a stutter step and a power move. Shut down out in front. Wenberg out of the corner. Controlled. Along the boards now, and he's tied up. We see the scrum here with 5:47 left in this first period. The boys are told to move the puck. They always listen. Now Nugent Hopkins. Leon Draisaitl out to center ice. Gapping up on him is Lozon. Draisaitl checked on the play, coming across, and making that hit was Ryan Donato. Now Morgan Geekie with a shot turned out by Koskinen, and the Oilers jump on it. Out to center ice. Moved along now by Tyler Benson. He'll get it deep. Larson defending for the Kraken, reverses for Carson Soucy. Ryan Donato will play it along the boards and dish it back with just about 15 minutes gone in the opening period.
It's already been a couple of chances for Seattle. They're shooting 5-hole. Maybe there was a scouting report beforehand. Maybe that might be one of the spots they're looking for today.
Geekie now through the slot. There's Oleksiak. He's defended. And Benson is taken down. They play on. Tanev to the far side. Shot taken right along the goal line. Great opportunity for the Kraken. With Oleksiak collapsing in, getting that pass. And now Tanev through the middle. That doesn't connect. And the Kraken start over. Here's Oleksiak at the line. Moved along for Tanev, right in. Good defensive stick by Puljujärvi. He'll play it to the outside for Zach Hyman. A steal by Kelly Yarncroke. Again out in front. Edmonton, all they can do to get it out, and they do. Finally, Puljujärvi is punished along the boards that time by Kelly Yarncroke. Yanni Gord will get to it. We'll move it all the way across for Tanev. A reset for Seattle. Kraken now have 6 of the 10 shots. Here comes Gord to the outside of Duncan Keith. Yanni Gord in back of Koskinen taken down. Nathan Bastian goes to work on a cycle. Gordon back of the goal. Wrap chance denied by Koskinen. Nobody home out in front. Hyman has it. Here come the Oilers. Yes, Puljujärvi at the line. The play is offside. We get a stoppage. 3:49 left in the first period. The big rig with a big moment and almost a big goal. Set up by Brandon Tanev right along the line, just on the outside of the post. Here's a better look from up top. It's 2-1, Edmonton. Moment for Adam Larson. He acknowledges the crowd here. Some extra teammates tonight. The 2 former Oilers here, JT.
You know, having 2 players that have already played together with Edmonton, you know, coming to Seattle, that can definitely help build a team together. They already have some familiarity with each other, and obviously they're good friends, you know, off the ice as well.
Both guys were first-round picks. Eberle here by the Oilers. Larson was a first-round pick of New Jersey. Involved in the Taylor Hall trade. That's how he got here. Now Vince Dunn goes down, broken up. Warren Fogle there for the Oilers. John Forsland, J.T. Brown, Edmonton, Alberta. 2-1 Oilers. 2 goals by Leon Draisaitl. Jaden Schwartz has the goal for Seattle. A heavy hit that time. Carson Soucy all over Zach Kassian. The Kraken get to it in the person of Vince Dunn. He'll cross the line. His shot goes off a stick. It goes off Cody Ceci, and it goes out of play. The official Kraken Plus Climate Pledge Arena mobile app is here. Get live updates throughout the game. Search Kraken Plus Climate Pledge Arena in your app store and do it today. There is an Edmonton chapter of the Kraken Nation. You were wondering about that this morning.
They're here. I've seen them.
Yeah, well, they're here. Out to center, and we will find them. The Kraken attempt to get it out. Here comes Schwartz. It's a one-on-one breakout. He'll take it to the outside of Tyson Barrie. A button hook. He'll go deep. Here's Alex Wenberg, but the puck eludes him. And now the Oilers will transition back out. Leon Draisaitl, Slater Cuckoo. He'll rim it by Joey Decord to the corner. Giordano away from Yamamoto. Draisaitl off a defensive stick, captured by Nugent Hopkins to the outside. It's Cuckoo. Slater Cuckoo with a shot wide, stick side of Joey Decord. A reset for Draisaitl to the corner. Nugent Hopkins one more time, given a shove by Giordano. Leon Draisaitl, big German-born center, broken up. Jonas Donskoy gets it out to center. Now Barrie, a quick up, doesn't work with Draisaitl. Alexiak out to the center zone, shoved in by Donskoy, and both teams will change. 2:12 left in the opening period here at Rogers Place. In front of a full house, and now looking it over is Tyson Barrie, the former Toronto Maple Leaf, Colorado Avalanche. It comes out to center. Overskated by Devon Shore, and it's taken back, and a penalty upcoming here against Edmonton. So Decord races for the bench. 6 skaters come out for Dave Hackstall. Kraken awaiting their first power play unless they score. Here's Larson through the middle. Adam Larson. The play is offside. Edmonton gets possession with 1:41 left in the first.
It's going to be a high stick by Devon Shore coming through. You see
Edmonton number 14, 2 minutes for high sticking.
As he's trying to poke the puck through, his stick lays back. He gets Yarncroke right in the face. Unintentional, but it's still going to be a 2-minute. You got to be in control of your stick, and it's a good opportunity for Seattle to get back into this game.
Their power play has struggled of late. Seattle's power play is 1 out of 19 in the last 5, 3 for 29 on the season. Edmonton is tied for third with Seattle in terms of their kill. They are perfect in the last 5 games. They have killed off all 11 by the opponents. Muckleshoot Casino power play for Seattle. Yanni Gourde, Kelly Yarncroke, Jordan Eberle, Ryan Donato. The puck just went by him. And Mark Giordano on the ice. 90 seconds left in this first period. The Kraken down by a goal. One stop on the road, then back home against Buffalo on Thursday night. Jordan Eberle through the middle. Starts to break out. Here's Donato away from Darnell Nurse. It goes deep. Evan Bouchard is back first. Eberle is all over him. $1:12 left in the period. That much time in the power play out in front, forked wide. Defended that time by Derek Ryan. And it comes all the way down to Joey Decord. Scoring chances even at 3 in the early going. Edmonton with a 1-goal lead. This is Giordano, who has an assist on the Schwartz goal. They'll lay it along for Kelly Yarncroke, looking for his first scoring point as a Kraken. Ryan Donato moves it off a body. Went off Duncan Keith, who spots Nugent Hopkins, and the Oilers get it out.
Duncan Keith did a really good job there, reading the play that Yarncroke was going to send the puck back behind the net. It's like he's smart. He's played 1,200 games. He knows exactly what the options and what's available.
Outstanding NHLer Duncan Keith with a highly decorated career. Now Vince Dunn moves it all the way around. Schwartz is there. He'll pin it deep. 19 seconds left in the period. Cody Ceci under some duress. Donskoy is over him, and now Schwartz will attempt to pry it out. Ceci again with 9 seconds left in the period. Schwartz peppered on the play. It squirts out to Zach Hyman, who has Edmonton's only shorthanded goal this season. He'll cross the line, pass it across at the expiration of the period, and some of that time will carry over. So Kraken intermission presented by Jack in the Box is coming up next. And Jaden Schwartz, good to see him pick up his first goals as Seattle Kraken. 2 scored on Joey Decord, both off the stick of the former MVP Leon Draisaitl after 20 here at Rogers Place. It's the Edmonton Oilers 2 and the Seattle Kraken 1.
The second period of play in Edmonton at Rogers Place. That's where we send you. We reconnect with John Forsling, JT Brack.
Okay, Tom, thanks very much. Let's start here with Numbers Made Easy, presented by Geico. We talked about it at the top. You got to win special teams tonight. Edmonton cashing in on their only power play. Seattle's had one chance with it tonight, but chances were a thing in the past now for Jaden Schwartz. JT Brown, he finally picks up his first goal.
Jaden Schwartz has been sticking with it, sticking to the same game plan. You look at a few great saves there by Shesterkin in the game against New York. But tonight, a little bit different story. He had a great individual effort, and he's got the one goal so far. Great speed through the neutral zone. He's able to split the defenseman. And again, a nice little backhand puts it through the wickets. Again, if you just stay with the process, good things will happen.
Too much speed for Edmonton's Darnell Nurse, his first goal of the campaign. And we open up the second period here at Rogers Place. The Kraken come home and take on the Buffalo Sabres. They will be at the tail end of a Western Road swing. And we will start with the Coors Light pregame show 6:30 on Thursday night as we get set for the second period here. Bit of carryover power play time for the Kraken. Johnny Gord crossing sticks with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Giordano now holding on to it. 13 seconds left on the penalty to Devon Shore. Goes off Gord. The Oilers get to it. They have 2 goals tonight from Leon Draisaitl. And Schwartz, of course, scoring for the Kraken. Here's a chance for Brandon Tanev, turned out by Mikko Koskinen. It's saved by the big guy. Now comes out to center. Zach Hyman has open ice. He'll circle the track. He's taken down, defended on the play. Shoved down by Jamie Oleksiak, who carries the puck out to neutral ice. He'll forge it in on Koskinen. Even terms on the ice. A steal and a turnover. Schwartz just high. Now Gord looking for Schwartz. That doesn't click. McDavid quickly up for Draisaitl. He's in. Shut down by DeCord. So bank that one. Good save for Joey DeCord on the hat trick bid for Leon Draisaitl. Now Nugent-Hopkins will clear it all the way back in the Kraken zone. Jeremy Lauzon muscled there by Puljujärvi. To the slot it goes, and all the way back for Cody Ceci. Leon Draisaitl from a standstill goes deep to the corner. McDavid is still out there. Centering pass off to Cord. The Kraken attempt to get to it. Puljujärvi lays it off Alex Wenberg. He gets it back. Yes, to Puljujärvi. Away from pressure. Draisaitl to the slot. McDavid high off the glass. Jeremy Lauzon will get after it here for Seattle. It's held in by Cody Ceci. Cradled by Draisaitl, and now Duncan Keith. Draisaitl calling for it. Cross ice pass, a good one. Cutting with it is McDavid. He'll drop it off. What a move by Draisaitl. The late penalty out in front. They score! Duncan Keith in game number 1200 makes it 3-1. Edmonton.
Starts with McDavid. You have a nice little move there. That's where they were going to call the penalty. Draisaitl moves in. Keith, coming in from the defense, is able to get the puck at the right place in the right time. And an empty net for Keith to put it into the back of the net.
Little tap in for the veteran.
Really good moves there from McDavid and Draisaitl to set up that play for Keith.
So Duncan Keith had a couple of shots against Vancouver on Saturday night. His first goal as an Oiler. Set up by Leon Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. At 1:47 here in the second period, Jordan Eberle moves up, plays it off the stick of Slater Cuckoo. Eberle rallies in, supported by Donato. He's got it in the corner. Slater Cuckoo cuts it off of the Oilers, intended for Kassian. Now Donato grinding for the Kraken. Losing control. Cuckoo again to the outside, and a penalty is called here. It's a slashing call against Edmonton, and a good break for Seattle.
Edmonton number 20, minor penalty, slashing.
You're going to see A good play by Donato to be able to push off, but it's a little bit too aggressive. Right in between the hands there on the stick from Cuckoo on the slash. That's where the call is made. You got another opportunity to see this Seattle Kraken power play.
Second power play for the Kraken. You see the alignment. Eberle, Yarncroke, Donato. Gord and Giordano are back. Here's Gord straight away. His shot sings wide on the near side of Koskinen. Now Giordano holding onto it. Yanni Gord at the half wall will set it up. Kraken captain Giordano, and now Gord. He'll walk it across. It goes Donato. Stop. Pawed down by Koskinen. Played outside the stripe by Giordano. The Oilers get to it. Derek Ryan will clear it in on Joey Decord. Early stages of the second power play for Seattle. Giordano sends it back for Gord. He'll start the breakout and drop it off for Eberle. And Seattle's only goal last night. Giordano this way for Ryan Donato. He'll dust it off. With patience along the boards. Back again, Giordano. To the ring it goes. A shot taken. Stopped by Koskinen. Good shot by Calle Yarncroke, who sets up Eberle out of the corner and gets it back. Yarncroke moved along now for Eberle. To the flank again for Yarncroke. He'll lay it back to the point. Giordano this way. It's Donato. He'll creep in. Show off a bit of patience there again. Now Giordano at the point. Hurried up a bit. Attacking him was Hyman out in front of chance. Koskinen said no on Yarncroke. Eberle again off a stick off Nugent Hopkins, and it comes out to center.
Couple of really good looks there from this power play. Yarncroke had one right on the doorstep.
Cody Ceci hard off the wall. Seattle is changing, and Decord will put it on a tee for Vince Dunn. That much time in the power play, a final push. Dunn accelerates out, gains the zone, kicks it out now for Geekie. He'll draw a defender in Evan Bouchard. They go to the corner. Out of the scrum, it's loose. Keith in back of the goal, plays it along the boards by Donskoy. And that should kill just about the rest of it. 3 shots on the power play for Seattle, and some great goaltending by the best killer. Now it comes out to center. Here's Dunn. He'll clear it in by the long reach of Mikko Koskinen. Geekie gave it away to Bouchard. In back of the goal, Devin Shore for Evan Bouchard. Even terms on the ice where it counts. Edmonton by 2. Keith, who has just scored for Warren Foegele. Negated a bit by Adam Larson. He'll take it back. Here's Jonas Donskoy. He'll flip it out to center ice. The Oilers now have a tough time with it here as they go D to D. Darnell Nurse, sensing that, takes it back. Played off a stick. Captured by Riley Sheahan for a moment. It comes back out to center. Oilers on the attack. They cross the line with Nurse. Darnell Nurse pulls up. Sends it in back up to Cord to the far corner. Jeremy Lauzon broken up. It's available. The Oilers on it. Here's Nurse again. Up top it goes at the center point. Moved along that time by Barry. It goes deep. McDavid out in front. Little give and go work. Stopping on a dime is Draisaitl. He's tied up by Larson. And they jam. Go to high play. Nurse swings it across. Tyson Barrie defers to the outside. The Oilers crank it up again with Nurse going cross ice off the boards by Draisaitl. Played by Lauzon and back out. Tight turn by Tyson Barrie. Nurse will gain the zone to the outside. Draisaitl on this line with McDavid and Puljujarvi. As they double dip with the 2 big guys. Now in the high slot it comes back for Barrie. To the wall, McDavid to the slot off a body, went off Larson. Larson gets it back. He's double teamed. He'll move it to the outside. And a penalty will be called here as Jeremy Lauzon was taken down. So delayed whistle. Decord, the long change. And a little button hook by Yanni Gord. Touched up, and now possession to Kyle Turris. 3rd power play for Seattle. We'll step aside with 13:54 left. In the middle frame at Rogers Place. Puljujarvi takes his seat. And the Kraken need a power play goal.
Finds Yarncroke on the far side. It's a really good look, but you got a 6'7" goaltender in the net for Edmonton. You look at that, that's a little pat on the head. Sorry I didn't score that one for you. Hopefully this power play will turn up something different.
Yes, the Puljujarvi in the box for tripping, taking down Jeremy Lauzon. 3rd power play for the Kraken. Yarncroke will stay out there. Take the face off. Muckleshoot Casino, as always, delivers this power play, and off the draw, the Oilers in possession. It's Cody Ceci. It eludes Yanni Gourde, and Giordano will take it back. Mark Giordano, Yanni Gourde, Jordan Eberle, Ryan Donato, who has the puck, and Kelly Yarncroke on the ice for Dave Haxtell. Now Eberle through the middle. Zone entry for Gourde. He'll take it to the outside of Ceci. Deal it back for Giordano. At his side, it's Yanni Gourde. A direct pass finding the captain. Moved across again, Donato. Good pass for Gourde. Right off the outside of the post, and maybe a piece for Koskinen. Now Eberle out of the corner. Giordano holding on to it this way. It's Donato. Ryan Donato thinks about it. He'll stick handle in, play it off the boards and back. Giordano around the clock. Here's Gourde. Giordano again away from Ryan to the outskirts again for Yanni Gourde. Ryan Donato will settle it down. Look over the defensive posture, take it to the slot. It's bumpered out that time by Yarncroke, but stolen. And Yamamoto clears it all the way down to Joey Decore.
Yanni Gourde had a really good look on that cross seam pass from Donato.
50 seconds now. The second unit comes out. Vince Dunn will quarterback. Jaden Schwartz has Seattle's goal tonight. You're looking at Alex Wenberg to the outside for Donskoy. He has some room. He powers in. Shut down. Good save holding his ground by Mikko Koskinen, and it comes back out.
I like the idea from Donskoy to try to score off the rush. He just did a little hesitation, and he was able to get by Darnell Nurse with a little bit of burst of speed.
25 seconds on the manpower advantage. Here's Dunn. Jonas Donskoy looking for his first goal as a Kraken. He throws on the brakes, lays it back to the point. Dunn plays it off the boards. Corralled and brought in by Wenberg. Alex Wenberg guarded on the play by Hyman. Down deep, out in front. Schwartz. Another chance stopped by Koskinen. Wenberg out of the corner. Schwartz in back of the goal. The outside of Bouchard. We'll try this side. He's defended by Darnell Nurse. He'll hustle across. Sealed off by Bouchard. He gets it back. Schwartz. Wenberg out in front. They almost connect the dots, and now back again for Larson. Schwartz in back of the goal. Even turns on the ice. Jaden gets back up. Wenberg. Stick handle away from Zach Hyman. And it's broken up though. And the Oilers are back out, and they survive the power play. Puljujärvi moves in 3 shots that time on Koskinen. 6 shots. The last 2 power plays for Seattle. Here's Tanev. Dropping it off for Bastian. His shot blocked by Slater Cuckoo. To the corner it goes and out. Puljujärvi run into, but it's Bastian that goes down. Nathan gets back up, and it's cleaned up by Slater Cuckoo. He'll start a breakout. Second period of the long change. Here come the Oilers over the line. McDavid with Puljujärvi and Draisaitl. Along the boards now. Cuckoo goes deep. Connor McDavid in back of the goal in front. There's Puljujärvi. He'll defer for 97 and back again. Barry around the clock for Leon Draisaitl this way. Slater Cuckoo and now Tyson Barrie. No shooting lane. Leon Draisaitl with 2 goals tonight. Barrie hammers one, blocked in front by Adam Larson. Riley Sheahan will get to it for the Kraken. Here they come out to center ice. Through the center zone on the attack is Jeremy Lauzon. His shot patted down by Koskinen. Then it goes off his paddle. The follow up by Lauzon, and turning on the Jets, as only he can do, is Connor McDavid. Stood up a bit by Yanni Gourde out of the corner. Loose in front of the goal. And the Kraken circle back, and they start a breakout in the person of Kelly Yarncroke. Will cross corner off the paddle of Koskinen. Oleksiak is up on the rush. Go to the corner just about halfway through here in Edmonton. Yarncroke in back of the goal. Play is red, broken up defensively. Played along the boards by the Oilers, and now Yarncroke. Look out by McCormick. Alexiak around the clock. Shot taken, stopped again by Koskinen. That time off the stick of Carson Soucy. Yanni Gourde in back of the goal. Moved along for Max McCormick and back for Carson Soucy. He'll delay, look for a lane, play it to the outside. McCormick. He's crunched by Cody Ceci. Out of the 4-man scrum. Stuck out by Yanni Gourde. Laid in back of the goal. The Kraken jump on it. Losing his balance and going down was Donskoy. Keith will fight him off, and the Oilers get it out. Seattle circles back. They get control. Jonas Donskoy to the outside, nullified by Ceci on a change, briefly stolen by Schwartz. Knocked down, and it pinballs back out to center ice. Here comes Warren Fogle. He'll hit a hole to the outside with a stutter step on Oleksiak. He'll wind it in front, right through the blue and out. The Oilers get to it. Laid in by Devon Shore. Knocked down briefly by Carson Soucy. Schwartz in a tough spot. Gets some help from Soucy. And the Kraken do a good job to get it out. Schwartz through the middle for Donskoy. He'll cradle it. And cross on side. Circling back was Kyle Turris. Goes off Wenberg now. With 8:47 left here in the second period.
Seattle's got to be careful with those changes. When Schwartz was able to stop that puck, McCormick was still on the ice. We got away with a too many men penalty there.
Evan Bouchard to the outside. Played off the boards by Turris. Giordano moved along for Morgan Geekie. He'll take it back in his own territory. Donato moves across. A little support from Vince Dunn. Donato has a tough time, but it's gathered in by Morgan Geekie. His pass too far ahead of Eberle. Moving in Giordano. Hit hard by Nurse. Laid along the boards and brought out by Jordan Eberle. To the point. Hammered a broken stick for Geekie. The Oilers clear it back out. Geekie will soccer style that one. Play it along for Donato, who's broken up. Just under 8 minutes left here in the middle frame. It comes all the way down by DeCord. Icing against Edmonton.
Been a lot of chances so far in this second period going both ways. Both teams have been looking pretty good. You gotta like the low plays and the amount of pressure that they put on with that last shift by the Yanni Gord McCormick line, that they were putting a lot of pressure down low, getting the pucks back, finding the loose pucks, getting a shot to the net. You like to see it when that keeps rolling shift after shift.
There's been 7 chances in the second period, 5 taken by Seattle. Along the boards now, it's cleared out. Adam Larson draws it away from Benson. Circling back with a head of steam now, Brandon Tanev. He'll clear it in. Koskinen, where he can handle the trapezoid, he'll move it. Knocked down by Gord. As the Oilers circle back defensively, Nugent Hopkins. Will aerial flip out to center. Lauzon has pressure from Yamamoto, and now Tanev will take it back. Jeremy Lauzon with 7:18 left in the second. Edmonton a 3-1 lead. This is the only meeting for the Kraken here at Edmonton all season. The Oilers are in Seattle twice in December. Icing is called here against Seattle.
Pass was a little bit behind Tanev there. He's trying to move the play quickly, get up ice, try to use that speed and take advantage of a turnover. Just a little bit behind him. A hard pass for Tanev to pick up.
Fubo TV Kraken calendar. Buffalo Thursday night, and to the desert on Saturday. The Vegas Golden Knights will complete that road swing on Tuesday night of next week. Now it's cleared in. Let go by Draisaitl all the way around. Nugent Hopkins. Leon Draisaitl to the slot. As the Kraken get back to the house, Nugent Hopkins knocking on the door. They defend it well. It's held in by Slater Cuckoo. Real point to point. Tyson Barrie to the wall. He'll get it back from Draisaitl. Lay it along now for Nugent Hopkins. Leon Draisaitl moves in on Lauzon. He'll stretch it out. He'll peel away from Donskoy to the slot. Good defensive read by Yanni Gord. He'll just pop it out, and Seattle can change.
Just enough not so that there's no icing on the play. Smart, and Yanni Gord gets the second change on his own too.
It's that long change we always talk about. It's never easy. Cuckoo to the outside. Out to center McDavid. He'll lay it along, get it back from Puljujarvi, but Edmonton was offside, so they track it back. Here's Cuckoo. Lead pass along the boards deep. Icing is called here against the Oilers, and we swing it back in their end. Let's take a look at that calendar again. I know you're memorizing this, right? So you know where you have to go. Now Vegas on November 9th. Then the Kraken come back to Climate Pledge Arena on the 11th. The Anaheim Ducks divisional game, and then second appearance by the Minnesota Wild.
I'm not memorizing it, Johnny. I'm just waiting for you to text me and tell me where I got to go.
Okay. Stay put for now. Comes out to center. Goes by Jaden Schwartz. All the way back in. Slater Cuckoo. Moved along the boards and out over the stick of Connor McDavid. Taken back by Oleksiak. And a breakout develops for Seattle. Stretch pass. Here's Jaden Schwartz. Never got through. Intended for Wenberg. Alex Wenberg protecting the puck. Curling is Eberle. Puljujarvi and McDavid all over him. Schwartz converges. Back to the point. Susie. Jaden Schwartz from the boards in deep. Now a chance off the post, and a great save by Koskinen. Alex Wenberg had 2 great chances. Now it's McDavid through the middle. Right in, he goes down, and a good defensive stick by Carson Soucy. Crowd moans about it, no call, they play on. Out of the corner. Forced by Duncan Keith, doesn't work. Eberle gets it by Fogle. Back out to the center zone. Now Jordan Eberle tripped up. Duncan Keith lays it along for Warren Fogle. He'll drop it off. The Oilers go deep. Zach Kassian, Derek Ryan, and Warren Fogle on this line. This is Seattle's Nathan Bastian. Back out to center. Over the stick of Max McCormick. Now Fogle at the line, shifting with it, but Derek Ryan was offside. We get a stoppage of play, and tempers flare. Kassian, Bastian, and Max McCormick, believe it or not, is in the middle of all that. So as they separate, the Kraken come calling again. Wenberg off the post, and then Koskinen will stretch out at 6-7 and come up big. Seattle down by a deuce. You know, the biggest and best in the Northwest, and by your local Ford dealer. Home of the F-150, America's best-selling truck for 44 years. Chilly night downtown Edmonton in what they call, appropriately, the Ice District. 3-1 Edmonton, and matching penalties to Zach Kassian and Max McCormick. So it creates open ice. And the Oilers, I would guess, will get the big guns out there in this scenario.
Yeah, right now they have Draisaitl and Nugent Hopkins out there. That's good for Seattle. You don't have McDavid on the first attempt at this 4-on-4. Now this is where a player like McDavid loves to turn it back, get the legs moving, and use that open ice. You got to be ready and try to stay as close as you can to everybody. Limit their time and their space as much as possible without getting burnt.
Edmonton got a bounce on the first goal off the leg of Leon Draisaitl. He was answered by Seattle's Jaden Schwartz. Then Draisaitl on the power play made it 2-1 after one. Duncan Keith has the only goal in the second period. Slight delay awaiting a new helmet for one of the Kraken. Each team is looking for their first 4-on-4 goal of the season. Alexiak now holding on to it. And a shift away from the pressure from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Here comes Wenberg. Little drop pass for Kelly Yarncroke. He'll cut in, circle the track away from Nurse. Yarncroke out of the corner now. Up front with Alex Wenberg, who has it. To the slot in back of Alexiak, and you see it come all the way back to Joey Decord. Making his second start of the season. He'll clear it along for Alexiak, who's hampered by Nugent-Hopkins. It's dug out by Draisaitl. Here's Nurse. He'll settle it down. Angled wide off the stick of Soucy. The Oilers start again. Draisaitl covering up at the point. Moved in the zone and thinking twice about it. It's popped out by Bouchard. Draisaitl to the outside. Decord said no. Excellent chance for Darnell Nurse.
Really good read for Decord to get over for that one-timer from Nurse. You look again, you see right here, he goes out. You're going to be in no man's land for Alexiak. Does he go to the person? He knows that Darnell Nurse is on that backside, tries to get his stick out, but Decord was able to read the play as well.
Connor McDavid and Zach Hyman up front for the Oilers. Jaden Schwartz, Yanni Gourde for Seattle. Jeremy Lauzon along with Adam Larson on the back end for Dave Haxtell. Schwartz, Larson, drop pass, finding Schwartz. He'll dust it off and leave it there for Gourde. Here he comes. He'll circle to the outside away from McDavid. Defended by Cody Ceci. Schwartz lends a helping hand. He'll shift. A beautiful move. Schwartz with a shot. Goes wide on the short side and played outside the line by Adam Larson. Yanni Gourde resets it back. That much time left in terms of the 4-on-4. Lauzon at the line by Ceci. Duncan Keith defending. He's forechecked. Yanni Gourde moving in for Seattle. Out the scrum, it's dug out. 2-on-2 breakout led by Connor McDavid. He'll gain the zone. Hyman for the front. It goes back of him off a stick. And now Adam Larson plays it along the boards. Moved along for Donskoy. Under 3 minutes left here in the second period. Jeremy Lauzon Lays it in on Koskinen. Seattle will change. Max McCormick, Zach Kassian up and ready. They're released. Eberle. 5-on-5 in terms of playing strength, excluding the goaltenders, and now Nurse. That's a little help. Nugent Hopkins will sail it out to center where it's picked off. Giordano for Tanev. Here they come to the slot. Eberle, his shot turned out. Good kick save by Mikko Koskinen. To the boards. Eberle moves it in, and now Evan Bouchard will take over. Edmonton starts their breakout. Kassian drops it off for Darnell Nurse. Off a stick, off to Cord, left and back of the goal. Giordano to the outside. 2:05 left here in the second. Now Nurse will just dump it in on Joey Decord. Done. A loose play. Seattle will survive it. McCormick for Tanev through the middle. On the attack is Riley Sheahan. He'll move it in. Tyson Barrie moves away from pressure. With $1:42 left here in the second period. Here comes Derek Ryan. With Fogle out in front, it never got through. Broken up by Carson Soucy. Off the stick of Geekie. Barrie on a change. Edmonton has to be careful, and now Seattle starts again. Here's Alexiak with a quick up. Geekie drops it off. Bastian has room. He'll lay it back for the trailer. Soucy, he scores! Carson Soucy back in the lineup with a huge goal. And with 1:20 left in the second, Seattle is within one.
What a shot that was by Soucy. But again, you see the patience of Bastian on the play. It comes through. Bastian's going to get the puck. It's going to be a 2-on-1. He's looking. You see Soucy come through late. He's that last wave, second wave of the defenseman coming up, and it's right there, high up over the blocker. Not a whole lot that Koskinen can do with that shot. Soucy with an absolute laser.
Just a bullet by Carson Soucy for his second goal of the season. And a lifeline for the Seattle Kraken late here in the second. Through the middle of the ice at Schwartz. He'll pitch it by Keith. He'll drop it off for Donskoy. Broken up by Keith, and now Nugent Hopkins. Pass right on the money here for Cody Ceci. He'll go cross corner. Nugent Hopkins goes deep in the zone. Yamamoto tripped up a bit, and a penalty will follow. Delayed whistle against Seattle. Koskinen for the bench. 52 seconds left. Duncan Keith with 6 skaters out for Dave Tippett. Keith now to the outside for Draisaitl. Moved across for Keith. Side of the goal, back for McDavid to the high slot. Just out of the reach of Ceci, who gets to it now. Cody Ceci for Duncan Keith. This way it's Connor McDavid. Feathering a pass for Nugent Hopkins off to Cord. He'll cover up.
It's not the way you'd like to have the shift after a goal,
No.
but you have a good opportunity, a big opportunity here for the penalty kill.
Number 21, 2 minutes for tripping.
Goes in for the hit, tries to go and gets the puck, but only gets Yamamoto's skates. That's an easy call for the referee. And now you got just under 30 seconds, and you got the #1 power play in the league that you have to kill this one off.
Critical kill for the Kraken. Now Nugent Hopkins with a shot blocked in front. No friendly fire off Puljujarvi. Out in front, a pass never got through. McDavid's pass detected by Lauzon. Connor McDavid darts with it. Tyson Barrie with 12 seconds left in the period. McDavid in front, a shot blocked. Then off the post, McDavid. From the far side, out of the corner, Nugent Hopkins. 3 seconds left in the period. McDavid dancing in front. Decord comes up big at the horn. What a save by Joey Decord. Leon Draisaitl will think about that one. Stay tuned. Coming up, the second intermission presented by Verizon. And a great moment at the end of the period for Joey Decord. So there will be carryover power play time for the Edmonton Oilers, but remember that stop by Seattle's 35. Draisaitl going for the hat trick on the power play late. DeCord comes up big, and the Kraken down by 1 after 40.
Heading back toward the ice at Rogers Place for the third period of play, trailing 3-2 as we get it back up north to John Forsland and JT Brown. Guys.
Okay, Tom, thanks very much. The Kraken will be shorthanded as we kick off the third period. Numbers made easy, sponsored by Geico. And the power play has been a big factor tonight. Edmonton has 1 power play goal in the first period. They'll have about 90 seconds of power play time here in the final period. But JT, let's talk about Carson Soucy back in the lineup and a strong contribution.
Carson's had a good game so far, not only on the defensive end, but the offensive game as well. You see McDavid full speed. You have another play where you got players moving fast. He's able to make the right decisions, pinch people against the boards, and then on the offensive end, he finds the right time to find the high slot and throws it right into the back of the net. Great patience played by Bastian to get the puck out. You see a good angle. Not a whole lot of room there on the top blocker side, but Soucy finds it.
That was the Northwest Chevy Silverado drive to the net by Carson Soucy. So it's Alex Wenberg who's in the penalty box. And the Oilers will load up on the power play. The Kraken will just have this one stop on the road. They will come home and take on the Buffalo Sabres at Climate Pledge Arena on Thursday night. We will start our coverage here on Root Sports with the Coors Light pregame show at 6:30. The quartet of killers. Kelly Yarncroke, one of those, along with Riley Sheahan up front. Jeremy Lauzon and Adam Larson on the back end for Dave Haxtell. Leon Draisaitl has 2 of the 3 Edmonton goals tonight. Both scored in the first period. He'll be flanked by Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Jesse Puljujärvi, with Connor McDavid and Tyson Barrie on the points. Lauzon, shorthanded chance possibly. Yarncroke darts in for a shot just wide on the stick side of Mikko Koskinen. Now a foot race. And Joey DeCord will option off to the far side for Larson, picked off by McDavid. A chance here for Draisaitl. He'll settle it down. Lay it back for Tyson Barrie. Around the horn, McDavid. Popping out Nugent-Hopkins, and now Draisaitl with a shot. Blocker save DeCord. And the rebound is held in by Tyson Barrie. Puljujärvi defers this way for Draisaitl. Went off the stick of Sheahan and back for Barrie. Swooping out, McDavid. All the way across, good stick by Riley Sheahan. This is Leon Draisaitl. He'll hesitate, bring it up top. Lay it along for Nugent-Hopkins. One-timer, Barrie blocked by Kelly Yarncroke. And it comes out to center.
That's a big-time block there by Yarncroke. You saw Seattle's bench get up for that one.
Now Tyson Barrie will quarterback along with 27 seconds left in the power play. Scaled in by Draisaitl. Nugent-Hopkins along the wall, peppered there by Larson out of the 4-man scrum. Jonas Donskoy for Seattle, can't get to it. Here's a chance, Draisaitl out in front, right through the goal crease. Great opportunity for Nugent-Hopkins. Power play is 5 seconds left in it. Draisaitl. McDavid all the way across. Shot taken, stopped again by DeCord. That time off Evan Bouchard. Wenberg's out of the box. McDavid goes to work. Moving across in the skates of Puljujärvi. Larson. Hard off the corner wall, and now Yanni Gourde for Seattle, tied up by Puljujärvi. 4 shots in the power play. Seattle kills it off. Jeremy Lauzon out to center. He'll dump it all the way around. Darnell Nurse kicks it back. A steal. The Kraken jump on it. Out of the corner, back it goes. A pirouette for Soucy. A wrist shot off a body off his own man Wenberg. A backhand shovel goes high. Off the stick of Donskoy. Here's Jaden Schwartz. He has a goal tonight. He'll wrap it down deep. Donskoy in control. Flushed out a bit by Derek Ryan. Schwartz cuts across for Seattle. Wenberg goes to work. He's defended by Derek Ryan. Wenberg coughs it up to Ryan. And the Oilers are free out to center ice. Warren Foegele, a short hopper in on Joey DeCord. He'll melt it down and get a face-off.
That was a really big kill for Seattle. Now's not the time to get down to a 2-goal lead. They keep it at 1 from plays just like this. Yarncroke gets in front of this one. He knows he's going to take this shot. Stands right in there. That's a tough thing to do.
That's some repairs for the skate of Kelly Yarncroke. Now Kiki wins it back. Tanev along the boards, pushed out to center ice. It's a bouncing puck. Here comes Eberle, walks in alone, stopped by Koskinen. Golden opportunity for Jordan Eberle.
It's a really good stop there. I think the puck was not settling down for Eberle. He wasn't able to get as much on it. You see the puck is rolling, trying to settle it down. Wasn't able to get a full shot exactly where he'd wanted to, but again, it was a good save by Koskinen coming out to the top of the paint.
You're right, you can see it roll there at the tail end. Take a look at the shots. Early stages of this third period. John and JT with you as always. Kraken coming off their first homestand at 2-2. Dunn shot patted down easily by Koskinen to the wall. Eberle back Giordano. His shot blocked in front. The Oilers get to it. Blocked that time from Devon Shore. Goes by Joey Decord. Edmonton on the prowl out in front. They score! Kyle Turris. Gets a beautiful pass from Devon Shore. Right on the money. Edmonton back up by 2.
A lot of the times when a puck gets rimmed behind the net, you can get lost in coverage. And that's exactly what Turris does. The puck gets gone in. He gets lost right in behind the defense, gets right to the front of the net. Devon Shore, heads up play, finds Turris, streaking to the back of the net. There's not a whole lot you can do on that one. He just kind of got right in behind the coverage and is all alone on the doorstep.
Goal comes at 2:57 here in the third period. It's an uphill climb for the Kraken once again. Now Alexiak, rejected by Duncan Keith. Draisaitl gets to it, 2-on-1. Alexiak does a good job to recover on Leon Draisaitl. Jamie takes it away from him, and he's shadowed on the way out by Nugent Hopkins. Keith across for Yamamoto. The Oilers get back onside. Kyler Yamamoto clears it in. Reversed by Alexiak for Riley Sheahan. Here's Max McCormick. The Kraken reestablish a breakout at the line. Nathan Bastian. Seattle's offside. We get a stoppage. Kyle Turris, his first goal of the season from Devon Shore, 2:57. Turris has had a couple of tough seasons. Been a good pro over the years, but he came here from Nashville and to repurpose his career. But Edmonton has done a nice job balancing out their scoring here in the early season. They've won 6 of their first 7 games. And yes, it's about McDavid and Draisaitl, but others have been contributing. Now, Joey Decord. Played along the boards, knocked down by McDavid. Larson flushed out by Zach Hyman. A wedge out to center by Seattle's Kelly Yarncroke. He's got it. He'll lift it ahead. Goes by Slater Cuckoo. Pressured by Yanni Gourde as we approach the 4-minute mark in this third period. Connor McDavid starts his engine. Through the center zone, he hits the line wide of Larson, who defends it well. Puljujarvi punished by Lauzon. Now McDavid this way for Tyson Barrie. He'll dangle. A wrist shot blocked in front. A penalty will be called here. So Seattle is guilty. Jeremy Lauzon will go off for interference.
Seattle, number 55, minor penalty interference.
We've seen this penalty before. Looks like Puljujarvi's going to pick up his stick, and Lauzon is going to knock the stick away. He's not able to go pick it up. That's going to be an interference call. Seen this one twice now this year. Tries to make it a little sneaky, but the refs are always watching.
The Oilers back a man up by 2 goals on the board. Barrie goes around the horn again. Moved to the side of the goal by Hyman. Hyman was blocked in front that time, and you see it come all the way down to Mikko Koskinen. Oiler power play is 1 out of 2 with 5 shots. A power play strike from Leon Draisaitl in the first period. Through the center ice zone on the attack is Connor McDavid. Right in, he goes wide. Good stick by Larson, and it goes out of play.
Well, Seattle would be talking to the refs there about Draisaitl. When McDavid's getting that speed through the neutral zone, he sets a little bit of a pick there at the blue line, especially on the power play. That's at one time where they're really looking, the refs are really looking for that play. That's one that could have been called.
Good point. You stay put, though, on the power play. Barrie on a set play. Advanced in. McDavid, he'll circle the track. The pass never got through. Broken up by Oleksiak. They'll play it right up the middle. Wenberg touches off and gets it back from Yarncroke. Ellie Yarncroke, excellent back check by Nugent Hopkins. Here come the Oilers. McDavid over the line. Barrie for the front with Hyman off the pad of Decord. Draisaitl. Connor McDavid. One-timer by Barrie, blocked in front. Was blocked by Adam Larson. The Oilers reset it. Tyson Barrie goes across with it. He'll get it back at the center point. This way it's McDavid. He'll advance. Lay it back. One-timer Barrie tipped wide. One off Kelly Yarncroke. McDavid again. Barrie fakes the one-timer. Moved along by Nugent Hopkins. It's blocked again by Larson. Now Barrie in control. Tyson Barrie awaiting the pass is McDavid. They play catch. McDavid loses the handle, and it's cleared out by Oleksiak. Seattle changes. So do the Oilers. 23 seconds left in the power play.
You don't see McDavid lose the handle that often, so a lucky break for Seattle.
Kyle Turris, who has just scored, will hit the line, move it all the way across for Evan Bouchard, for Warren Fogle, canceled by Soucy. Gord, hard off the boards and back out. So Jeremy Lauzon is up and ready to go. He's back on the ice. The Kraken kill it off. 13:43 left in regulation time. Seattle trails by 2. Evan Bouchard headmans the puck by Zach Kassian all the way down for icing.
Really good penalty kill there, going against the #1 power play in the league. Kept a lot of the stuff to the outside. You kept seeing Barrie taking shots from up top. You didn't allow too much through the middle, which is always a problem. Here's a shot from up top. Draisaitl gets a tip on it. Looks like Decord was there, but that was probably the best chance they had on that power play.
See the ice time tonight. The production for Leon Draisaitl. Schwartz will kick it to his stick. Eberle in back of the goal. Koskinen looking over that shoulder. Jordan Eberle to the outside. Out in front just by Schwartz. All the way back for Giordano. Now Jaden Schwartz in back of the goal. Wrestled up against the wall by Darnell Nurse. Dug out by Seattle's Jordan Eberle. And now Morgan Geekie. Broken up. Nice sweep check by Kyle Turris. They get it out through center. Kassian allows Turris a chance on the off wing to advance over the line. It ricochets around, and Schwartz has control. 7 minutes gone in this third period. 4-2 Edmonton. The first of 3 meetings between these 2 division rivals. Edmonton will be in Seattle twice in December. Now Giordano holding on to it. Circle away from Devon Shore, right on the money. It's Donato. Here he comes, working Duncan Keith. He'll circle. Ryan Donato holding on to it now, cycling high to the high slot. He'll keep it on the outskirts. Go to work on Derek Ryan. Goes off a couple of sticks. The last one is Keith. He'll play it along the wall. The Oilers race across. Wenberg out of the corner for Seattle. Defended by Keith. Now a pinch by Soucy. He's got it to the slot, looking for Donato. That doesn't work. Donskoy shoves it ahead for Wenberg, who darts away from pressure. He'll play it deep. Awaiting is Ryan Donato in back of the Oiler goal. Donato now lays it all the way back to the point. It's Oleksiak walking the line. A wrist shot is blocked, and now a jailbreak for Edmonton. Derek Ryan for the front. Yamamoto canceling hit by Oleksiak as he takes down Derek Ryan. They jam for the puck, and it skips out to center ice. On a change, reset by Jesse Puljujärvi with 11:45 left in this third period. John Forsland and J.T. Brown tonight from Edmonton. Now it's carried out. Nurse, indirect pass broken up by Gord. This is Brandon Tanev, separated from the puck. Nurse will poke it back out to center ice. Gord one more time for Seattle. Will play it off the curved glass for a stoppage of play with 11:26 left to go in this third period. Jordan Eberle and the Kraken on the comeback trail. That's their hope here in Edmonton as they trail it 4-2. Take and storied junior careers for these two in Spokane.
I know they're on the other team, but you always got to show a little bit of love to people that come from the Pacific Northwest.
Great tradition of junior hockey, youth hockey, both hailing from Spokane, playing their junior hockey there for a great program where the Kraken played their first ever preseason game. Now out of the corner. It's moved along. Tanev will take it back. Out to center ice. Here come the Kraken on a 2-on-2 breakout. Yanni Gord across it goes for Kelly Arncroke. Out in front, it never got through. Broken up by Cody Ceci. A good pass as the Oilers get it back out to neutral ice. Here's Gord for Tanev. It's broken up. Zach Hyman, former Toronto Maple Leaf for Jesse Puljujärvi. He'll dump it in. Both teams are changing. 10:47 left in this third period. Jeremy Lauzon laid along for Carson Soucy, who scored his second goal of the season tonight. With the center ice zone, Wenberg had it and he lost it. Now Donskoy with a shot choked off by the stick of Tyson Barrie. Schwartz out of the corner by Donskoy. Up top it's Soucy. He'll send it in for Schwartz. Let go. Smart move for Donskoy, who lost his edge, but he keeps it deep for Wenberg. Centering pass right in on Koskinen. He'll freeze for a faceoff. Wenberg, Schwartz, Eberle, Soucy, and Oleksiak out there for Seattle. Along the boards out to center. Dead center. Draisaitl with a couple. He'll cut. Made across. Cradled by Nurse to the outside. Oilers move it across for Draisaitl. It's picked off by Jordan Eberle. Seattle on the march. Eberle goes across. Fanned down by Wenberg. He's checked by Yamamoto. Nugent Hopkins lays it back out to the center ice. Goes off an Oiler along the bench. That'll stop play. Just under 10 minutes left here in Edmonton, Alberta. The Kraken down by a count of 4-2. JT back inside Rogers Place here in downtown Edmonton, Alberta. 9:52 left, some time, but the Kraken down by a pair. Off the faceoff. Triggers back for Dunn. He'll clear it in. Duncan Keith pressed by Alex Wenberg. It pops out to Kassian. And the Oilers will escape harm. They get it out. Vince Dunn. A D-to-D pass for Giordano. He telegraphed a pass that's brought in offside by Edmonton. Delayed whistle. The Kraken will get to it. Giordano moving away from Derek Ryan with 9:22 left. The Kraken get the Buffalo Sabres on Thursday night and go back on the road in Arizona on Saturday. Along the boards, Cody Ceci for Duncan Keith. Kassian, sturdy jolt that time on Giordano, and it comes back out. Jordan Eberle. Kraken are changing. This is Tanev off the boards. Defended by Duncan Keith. He'll shove it back for Cody Ceci. Keith now played along the wall and back out. This is Kassian. It deflects off Jeremy Lauzon, and now Yanni Gord for Brandon Tanev. Cross ice pass off the stick of Gord. He'll go deep. They go to the corner. A shove that time. A chance. Oh, Koskinen maybe his best on Brandon Tanev. And now here come the Oilers through center. McDavid delays. Puljujärvi, McDavid in too deep. Larson lays it back for Lauzon. He's pressured by Hyman. Puljujärvi. Pull it back to the point. Bouchard D-to-D. Nurse. Here it comes. Blocked by Tanev. Turnaround shot wide. A good chance that time for Zach Hyman. Bouchard off a couple of sticks. Hyman back to the point. Darnell Nurse. Now Bouchard. Calle Yarncroke has lost his stick. It's broken on the ice, as you see. Goes to the outside for Nurse, down deep. Puljujarvi in front. Decord says no on Zach Hyman.
Couple real good saves in a row, one from each goaltender. You have a good forecheck by Yanni Gourde to find Tanev right in the slot. And then you have another good save right here by Decord. A low pop play, finds him right in the slot. Similar areas, two good saves.
Zach Hyman, who has 6 goals in his first 7 games as an Edmonton Oiler. Signed as an unrestricted free agent. And all that harmony with Austin Matthews in Toronto. And he gets a pretty good opportunity here to play with Connor McDavid through center ice. This is Draisaitl. Yamamoto walks in. He scores! Kyler Yamamoto with his first goal of the season. And the Oilers have a 5-2 lead.
Yamamoto gets to show off a little bit of his hands on this goal, sneaking this one 5-hole. But what a play by Draisaitl to make this all happen. He's skating through, makes a little fake, brings everybody in. Yamamoto goes in on a breakaway. Quick little backhand, forehand, 5-hole right through the legs of Decord for that goal.
What a pass by Draisaitl. And the finish for the young man from Spokane who's been pressing. Left him on this second line, and a beautiful finish. And a 3-goal cushion now for the Edmonton Oilers. Nugent Hopkins moved in. Kraken out to center ice. A long stretch pass by Schwartz out of the reach of Wenberg. Icing is called here against Seattle.
This is where Edmonton can be very dangerous off the rush. They have so much skill. Quick little turnover in the neutral zone. Draisaitl does a good job getting the puck back to his forehand, able to make the play, but it's all about the finish from Yamamoto.
So his first, Leon Draisaitl gets the only assist. It's a 4-point game for Leon Draisaitl. Benson with a shot, bodied down by Decord and gathered in by Jaden Schwartz. He'll send it this way for Mark Giordano. Little chip out to center by Wenberg. Duncan Keith, who has scored tonight. In game number 1200, it's knocked down. The Kraken now played in front of their own bench. Brought along by Wenberg. Eberle coughs it up to Keith and right back out. 6:47 left in this third period. Edmonton looking for their 7th win of the season. This is game number 8 for them. Now Tanev through the middle. He'll dump it in. Keith jumping on it. A turnover. Tanev and the paddle down for Koskinen. Left it back of the goal. Cried out by Ceci. Devin Shore has it for the Oilers. He'll get it out to center ice. Goes by Kyle Turris. Joey Decord for Yanni Gourde. And a reset for the Kraken. Larson for Jeremy Lauzon. Now Tanev. Heavy hit by Fogle that time on Jeremy Lauzon as the puck deflects in the Kraken bench for a stoppage of play.
Seattle still trying to get things going. Just missed Yanni Gourde on that pass, trying to get some speed. Here's a big hit by Fogle on Lauzon. Not enough to quite take him down, but just because you don't go down doesn't mean you don't feel it.
No. Face off at center ice. Fogel's another one of those guys that's added support to the Edmonton attack. Involved in the trade with Carolina. Ethan Bear went the other way to the Hurricanes. We're off to an 8-0 start. Out to center ice now. Nurse for Zach Kassian. It's out of the reach of Derek Ryan. Icing is called against the Oilers. 5:55 left here at Rogers Place. Fans, don't miss your chance to see the Kraken live at Climate Pledge Arena. A very limited number of select home game tickets are available now. Be part of history for the inaugural season. Go to Ticketmaster.com for tickets. Off the face-off, Giordano at the point. Set play for Eberle. To the outside it goes. All the way across. Giordano out in front. Just by Schwartz on the doorstep. Out to center ice. Eberle takes over. He'll fling it across. Schwartz. Giordano for the front. He's got it. Nobody home out in front for the Kraken. Eberle goes deep. Let go by Wenberg. Zach Kassian. Broken up by Jaden Schwartz. Now Eberle dangles out in front. He forks it high. It ricochets out. Still available, but Edmonton gets control. Kassian clears it out to the center zone. Eberle right back in the zone with Wenberg. He has room. Out in front by Eberle. Played to the wall by Giordano. And the Oilers pounce on it in the person of Darnell Nurse. They get it out. We approach the 15-minute mark in this third period. Schwartz gains entry with Eberle. It goes by him. Jordan Eberle, the former Oiler, out of the corner. Drops it off. Gets it back. It's batted down. He's in a battle here with Jesse Puljujärvi. Riley Sheahan now will attempt to get it deeper in Edmonton territory. Evan Bouchard lays it out to center ice. Connor McDavid at the Kraken line with Hyman. He's right in. He'll drag it. Decord makes the save. He'll cover up. 4:37 left in this third period. Somebody tells me that we're going to honor Bob and Doug McKenzie, a couple of hosers here in northern Alberta, not us. Rogers Place in Edmonton. Hunter, the Oiler mascot. Big crowd. It's like a capacity crowd here, as of course last season in Canada in the newly configured North Division because of COVID. All the Canadian teams played in the same bracket. No fans at all season. They started allowing people back here in preseason slowly, and now with obvious vaccination policies and masking and all of that, but it's great to see the people back in the building. Now it's cleared in. Oilers will clear it all the way around. It goes off Jeremy Lauzon of Seattle. Bastion given a shove by Puljujärvi. 4:15 left. John Forsland, JT Brown, the Kraken come home and take on Buffalo Thursday night at Climate Pledge Arena. And go to Arizona Saturday, Vegas next week. A 2-game trip, and now Connor McDavid starts his engine. Partial 3-on-2. Defended by Lauzon. He'll steer it by Max McCormick. You see it come all the way back in the Oilers zone. Both teams are changing. Puljujärvi inside the line will scoop it ahead. Shots are 26 for Seattle, 22 taken by Edmonton. Tanev moves it across for Adam Larsson. Kraken now go D to D with it. Dunn through the middle of the ice. Circling back, it's Kalle Järnkrok, and now Alexiak will just pitch it in on Mikko Koskinen, who's been handling the majority of service for Dave Tippett because of the injury to Mike Smith, who's back with the team practicing. A shot is tipped on, and Koskinen had none of that. Yamamoto knocks it down. He has scored his first of the season tonight. Draisaitl with a 4-point game broken up. And Brandon Tanev in control. We'll look up ice as we approach the 17-minute mark.
Tanev had a good look there on that last sequence inside of Edmonton's zone. It was a good look from Alexiak to be able to pick his head up and not shoot for the puck, but to shoot for a stick.
Devon Shore. A beautiful pass to Kyle Turris on one of the Edmonton goals tonight. It goes cross corner. Circling away is Shore to the point man Nurse. His shot patted down by Decord. Benson out in front just by Turris, accepted by Eberle, and away goes Schwartz out to center. He has one of 2 Seattle goals tonight. Carson Soucy has the other. 2:27 left. In back of the goal, it's knocked down. Eberle goes low to high. It's Giordano. Point-to-point passing through the slot. Tipped, kicked out with a purpose by Koskinen. Now Giordano at the point. And the Oilers get control. Edmonton will go to 7-1 on their season. And Seattle will come home and look to improve on a record that will be 3-6-1. Through center ice. The Oilers go deep out of the corner. Eric Ryan on Jeremy Lauzon, and now Larsson to the outside. 1:50 left. The point. Slater Cuckoo tipped high off Warren Fogle out in front. Larson checked by Fogle. Jeremy Lauzon will get to it. He'll move it. Read by Zach Cassian to the slot. Larson overskated. Fogle will keep it right there in Seattle ice. Out of the corner. He's pinned a bit by Jeremy Lauzon with 90 seconds left. The first of 3 meetings between these 2 division rivals now left in back of the goal. Derek Ryan in a puck battle with Adam Larson. Cassian tried to dig it out for Edmonton. To the point. Played outside the stripe by Tyson Barrie. 70 seconds left. Edmonton will stay at home. They will take on the Nashville Predators here on Wednesday night. Here's Devon Shore. All the way across for Kyle Turris. Interrupted by Seattle's Morgan Geekie. Ryan Donato out to center. Kraken will have an off day tomorrow. They're scheduled to practice on Wednesday and then host Buffalo on Thursday night. Ryan Donato. McCormick with a shot sealed off and covered up by Mikko Koskinen.
Yeah, that rest day is going to be really important. You just played a back-to-back, 2 tough opponents, 2 teams that travel 2 games in a row. That rest day is going to be really important to start getting locked and loaded for the games ahead.
It'll be a stretch where they're going to have to really dial in and get after it now. Dig out a little bit for the first time as a group. Face-off is won back by Edmonton's Derek Ryan. 33 seconds left here in Edmonton. Along the boards, it pops back out. Carson Soucy will go across. A huge night for Leon Draisaitl with 4 points. The first goal of the game was a lucky bounce, but from that point forward, Edmonton went to work. They get a power play goal, strong team effort. Little surge by Seattle, but not enough. And the Edmonton Oilers will capture this first ever meeting with the Seattle Kraken and defend their home ice. They come out and surround the winning goaltender, Mikko Koskinen. And Dave Hackstall and the troops will regroup. The final count here is Edmonton 5, Seattle 2. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up from Rogers Place in Edmonton, where the Oilers pick up this victory by 3.